Welcome in the Versus Network. My name is Versus and I'm so happy to continue this hardcore Nuzlocke here with you in the live stream. Welcome to everyone who is there. Andrew, welcome to the stream. How are you, man? Very nice that you are here. Currently on the screen you can see the team that we are doing that normal type hardcore Nuzlocke with. You can see we have a Farret. Let me show you the team directly here. So if you weren't here yesterday, we have a Togepi, pretty cool, just hatched for us. Pretty sad that we have Hustle Togepi here, not Serene Grace, but then we have Luca the Pidgey, we have Jerry the Rattata, then we have finally the Dunsparce, we have Hooty the Hoot Hoot and Huggles, our awesome Sentret. That is great, that is awesome, and we are going to on our journey. So welcome to the live stream, Judy. Welcome, Acid Flounder 391. Very nice that you are here. Yes, I have a girlfriend. Thank you so much for being here. We will just continue, and we are about to start going into the cavern here. I'm a little bit... Yeah, we have everything. We can directly go into it. So, let's see what we can do in the Union Cave. I don't think we have any encounters right here in the Union Cave. I think we will just have a few trainers over here that we are about to battle. So, we need to focus on the next gym. That means we have to get a little bit of a level advantage with finally. MGD, welcome to the stream, MGD. How are you? Nice to see you once again here in the live stream. It's a little bit difficult to train our finally here, to be honest, because finally is not the strongest mon with the attacks. We see a Sandshrew here, which we can't catch for our normal type team. Okay, the rage is just building up. How are you guys doing today? How was your day? What are you doing? Today actually is a holiday in Germany. That means I don't have to work normally. You don't have to work if you haven't got a normal job like me. I mean, I'm a YouTuber, so I have to do it all the time. A Pokemon Professor, Whitney is next. We have one badge, you can see that. Not Whitney, sorry. Bugsy is next. Level 17 is the level cap. We have one badge. That means the second badge is Bugsy. I wanted to say, yes. So Bugsy is the one we are facing. I am doing pretty good, MGD. I had a great day today so far. Went on a flea market, bought some DVDs over there. Pretty cool to found some pretty cheap DVDs. Yes, that is correct, Andrew. The only difficult thing will be the Scyther, but Scyther will be extremely difficult to beat. It's always the case. They can go for focus energy, going for the U-turn. We will have some problems. Kamalaka, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I think, Pokemon Professor, I think it's not too good, the layout, how I made it. I think it's a little bit confusing that you can think that it's about the death or so. I will redo the work for it pretty soon, so no worries about that. I will do that so everything becomes a little bit clearer over there. Ed is also here. Nice to see you, and you are being so kind and so nice today. Very nice to see you, my friend. How are you doing today? The only problem I see here a little bit in the moment is that we are about to face a lot of Geodudes. And Geodudes are always a little bit difficult to beat for us. We are going for a Rock Smash over here on the Onix. Okay, it goes for Harden. Screech is scary, but I mean it's only an Onix. Great. I think what would be very cool if Onyx would get another evolution like Scyther. I mean, Scyther got another evolution later after becoming Scizor. I think it would be so good to see that also for Scizor for Onyx over there. Maybe something also like a better ground and Rock Snake. I don't know. What do you think about that? So we have to train our Woody a little bit. I ran a lot with it in the first place here. So we need to get the friendship of Togepi a little bit higher because we want the evolution of Togepi, of course, as soon as we can. But our Jerry here is destroying all these... Yeah, and as I said, I did a lot of running with that Togepi before the stream started. I ran to the left, to the right, so that we can have that evolution of Togepi. Right here, we don't need a nickname for the Togepi. We just need to get a new image of Togepi. Let me check that pretty quickly. There we go. We have the Togetic finally. The evolution and having that Togetic on level 3. It was so much work to do. And the next thing that we are doing, we are filling that binder here with the Pokemon that we can find, that we have found in our journey so far. So the next one that we are adding will be the Togetic, and I will get the Togetic pretty quickly from my binders over here. Yeah, it doesn't matter in which country you are, Pedro. You can watch any YouTube video out there. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we have a lot of cute Togetics here. I will show you pretty quickly, guys. These are all the Togetics I have. And we will decide for one Togetic, of course, a normal type Togetic, because this is a normal type Nuzlocke. And this Togetic here, let me do it like that. Yeah, focus. Like that. This Togetic here will go into our binder right here, right now, so that we can fill up the binder with the Pokemon that we are about to catch. So let me show you once again. This was the first page with the Sentret, for example, here with the Rattata, Pooty, and then we have the Togetic here. So in the end we will have a full binder for our whole Nuzlocke. I think that is a pretty nice idea. I know English because I learned English back in the day in school for 8 years. And because of that, I know English a little bit. I mean, it can be always a little bit better, but I do my best. And we are going to do a lot of live streams here the next few days. So can my Togetic actually beat a Rattata here? I think so. Oh yes, it is strong. Level 4, that is great. I think we can train it pretty easily inside here. We go for one potion. You can just watch my videos. So you don't need to watch any other videos in English. Just watch my videos and you're good to go. Look at that. Woody on level 4 is insane. It grows so fast, and the coughings here are insane. Very, very good. Look at that. Level 7. Awesome, awesome. I'm very happy that so many guys of you are here at the moment. And we are going very close to another gym leader. It won't be too far until we meet Bugsy. I don't think that we can catch any Pokemon here on that route, but I think on the next route there will be one that is ours. So we will make our way through the cave as good as we can. Pedro, you are from Brazil, right? From which part of Brazil are you? I mean, Brazil is a huge, huge country, so I would be interested where you're from there. Closer to Rio de Janeiro, to Brasilia. Okay, Heartgold needs to wake up. It needs to wake up. We're going for some Fury swipes. We are going to sleep once again. But you can see our team is not too shabby at the moment. It's looking good. Having a good time here overall. Is it a big city? Mirasima. Have never heard of that city. Is it a big city? Is it a small city? Okay, in Rio de Janeiro. It's close to that. Okay, I see. I can see. Okay, we have made it through the Union Cave pretty soon. I don't want to battle an Onyx with my little poor Togetic over here. But now we are going on and trying to get some new Pokemon. I think we can get a Spearow inside here. That's so nice. Thank you so much for all your support from Brazil over there. That is great. And here right now, we are facing the next Pokemon that we can catch. Oh yes, okay, January, Rio de Janeiro, that makes sense that it means January river. Rio is river and Janeiro is January. Makes sense. Thank you so much for explaining that. So we will go into Hoodie here because we need to put it asleep maybe. That is great. Putting it asleep, one tackle, and I think we are good to go and we are about to catch it. And that means we can also get the next Pokemon for our binder over here. And by the way, guys, any one of you having an idea for a nickname for Spearow, we need a name for that Spearow here. It won't go into the team right now, I think. We have Pidgey. Maybe it's better than Hoot Hoot. But at first I will grab a Spearow card here. Let me show you. There it is. There it is. This is, by the way, a German Spearow, which is called Habitat in Germany. So you learn different languages here as well. And you say, good Jack Sparrow. That's fine. Thank you so much, Andrew. Oh, Ed, you said Chirp. You also said Chirp yesterday for already for the Pidgey, right? So if you are fine with that, Andrew, we will go with Chirp here this time for Ed, and next time, Andrew, you can choose your name because the name Chirp was already here yesterday, and here you can see is our Spearow inside. Yeah, let's go with it and name it Chirp. Chirp is a cool name. Thank you so much. I mean, Jack Sparrow, I see that. Spearow, Sparrow. Good way of thinking. Chirp goes inside the box for the moment. I mean, Chirp would be also pretty good instead of Hoodie right now. To be honest, in the next gym, it could be really helpful. And it's definitely better than Pidgey in the long run because it evolves a little bit faster. Why do ground types is immune to electric type? That is actually pretty easy. Because the ground... for example, if a lightning hits the ground, it won't go farther in the ground, so it just stops electricity in ground in reality, and so it's the same here with Pokemon. I think we can go for an extra sensory here, right? Defense curl. I think Togetic is stronger than I expect. Yeah, that should be good. Pawan, welcome to the stream. How are you? And why is Ice super effective against ground? I think the reason for that is because the ground can freeze. And because the ground can freeze, it's super effective on that. Because the ice can change the substance of the ground. Yes, the Pokemon Professor. I mean, you're the Pokemon Professor. You can explain anything to us. Yeah, the ground doesn't conduct the electricity very well. That is right. So Pawan, how are you doing? Nice that you joined the stream. Thank you so much for being here, hanging around with us. And actually, I think that Spearow would be a pretty good idea for the next gym, to be honest. I think Spearow is definitely better than Hoodie because, I mean, Hoodie's also not too shabby. Which is the worst Pokemon for the next gym? Probably Rattata, right? Yeah, I think Rattata is the worst one for the next gym. Pokemon Master Ash K joined the stream. Thank you so much for being here. How are you, Ash? Nice to see you here once again. Why is grass strong against rocks? I think the reason for that is that grass actually can be really harsh for rocks. For example, a lot of plants can grow on rocks and can really be over all of them, and can also go a little bit through rocks. I think that is the reason for that. And flying good against grass? That's a good question, actually. I don't get it completely. Maybe because... I mean, birds... That flying is good against bug makes totally sense for me. That is pretty obvious why it is like that. But the grass... Pretty difficult question why it's good against grass. I mean, not everything makes sense. How are you, Pawan? I think since plants can get the needed materials for the survival like they do from soil and water, that could actually make sense. I mean, it's always a little bit difficult for some types, I think. Okay, Metapods, but we can train pretty easily here, but I don't think we can catch any new normal type Pokemon here, so we can just continue and go on, I think. That's good. Why should Ghost be good against poison? Yeah, actually, Pokemon Professor, that was what I was also thinking, that it can plants can grow inside of a rock and can destroy it like that. I think that makes the most sense. I mean, when you think about that, ice is made out of water. So I'm pretty sure that ice conducts electricity as well. If water does, so ice will do as well. So, I think you have to go here, right? We have to go to the Pokeball guy over here inside. And then we can go to the Slowpoke well and beat the hell out of Team Rocket with our beautiful Togetic. If you would change something in the type chart, it would be electric countering steel types. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense that electric... that is difficult that electric resists steel. I don't know if I would change anything, really. I mean, the type chart, not everything makes sense in the type chart, because the moves that Pokemon are using are also... I mean, a fiery punch. It is not super effective on water Pokemon, but you still hit them in the face. I mean, this should make some damage at least to them. So it's not too logical in every sense. You're saying magnets attracting most metals with electric energy and the pulling force isn't resistible. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You're really deep into that. I like that a lot, all these theories, why something makes sense and something doesn't make sense. I think stuff like water is good on fire, that makes total sense for me, but a lot of things are pretty difficult. For example, why is fighting not effective on poison type Pokemon, but on the other hand side we have normal types that are not just effective? I think that doesn't make sense at all. I think both should be the same, because if it's Brick Break or if it's Scratch, what's the difference? I don't get it too much, to be honest. But who I am to know everything. So we are getting closer to the first boss fight here for Team Rocket, and Woody is doing such a good job. Woody is already kind of the MVP here. I am so happy that I did all the running with Woody for us. That is great stuff to hear. And now I think we are good to go and can jump directly into the battle here. And that is totally fine for us, I think. So the Zubat will go down to 1 extra sensory. And then we have the Coughing also going down to the extra sensory. Look at that. The strong Woody is here for us. That is so great. Did you know that the only 2 types to have neutral interaction with the Steel type are Dark and Ghost? Yes, but that is actually also new. Dark and Ghost until Generation 5, I think, yes. Until Generation 5 were both resisted by Steel. So they changed that a little bit because Steel was too good defensively, I think. And after that, they changed that. For example, in the past, Metagross was super strong because it did just get neutral damage from moves like Crunch, Shadow Ball, so from all Ghost and Dark type moves. And that was pretty overpowered in my opinion. It made it really strong. So I think that was a pretty good change. But I don't think they will make too many changes today. I think they will just stick with where they are at the moment. And now we are entering the next gym here. We are going for a pack against level 12 Caterpie. I mean, a little bit risky maybe, but it just goes for the string shot. And Sherp will get a lot of good experience from that. String shot is fine. Poison sting. There we are. We got poisoned. That means we have to switch out. No, we don't have. Do we have an antidote? I think I should have. No, I don't. It's a little bit dangerous. I should buy some antidotes. How many steps do we have left? I mean, no, they can't die in that generation, right? 14 steps. I think that's fine. Yeah, we can do it like that. Everything is okay. Yes, okay, until Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, okay? Didn't remember if it was Gen 6 or Gen 7 until when they weren't resisted anymore. But thank you for telling. I think fighting is strong against Steel because strong people can bend the Steel. I think that is the reason for that. That Steel is bendable in the end if you're just strong enough. A popular suggestion I have heard, changing the type chart is Bug being super... Yeah, the problem with Bug is that Bug is really not very strong in general. Bug is not the best offensive type and has also not the best Pokemon. And so you can have some arguments for that you make it just a little bit stronger and being good against Fairy, but it is resisted by Fairy. On the other hand, oh no, now we have a Beedrill to beat. I think Woody can do that, right? Yeah, Woody should be fine against the Beedrill. I love Beedrill. It has such a cool design. Can we live? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. If it crits us enough, then that could have been very dangerous, but Woody stays strong. Woody stays very strong. Yes, of course I will remember the headbutt that we can get there. And we can get a lot of good Pokemon with the headbutt as well. I think we can get an Apom. We have to check where the Apom is. I don't remember in which trees Apom is. But we can definitely get it. And guys, by the way, which Pokemon are you looking most forward to in that run here? Because we will have a lot of normal type Pokemon that we are about to catch, so I would be very interested in which Pokemon you want to see, so that I can more or less guarantee that we can get these Pokemon. It's not too easy to catch every Pokemon and make it work. Yes, I mean, you're right, in the anime they made Beedrill like bullies. But, I mean, Beedrill also looks a little bit harsh, if you ask me. It looks a little bit mean. Yeah, that makes sense, Pedro. That is one of many reasons why I think that would make a lot of good sense. I would like to train all the way up here in the gym. And you can see... guys, I would like to discuss that with you. You can see that we are really far behind in the level curve here. If you think if it's okay if we are using rare candies in our runs, I mean, I could just go in the forest and take 1 hour from here and we could train everything up, but I think it would be the best if we just use rare candies, but only in front of a gym leader. That is very important to me, that we are just using it in front of a gym leader. That would be the best in my opinion, the best way to do that in my opinion. What do you think? Should we go for the rare candies to save some time? But you can see I have to do, I think, around an hour of training. But we will always use rare candies when we are in front of a gym. So we won't make the whole run easier. It is just I could go to the forest. We will never lose a Pokemon. It is no stress to do that. I think also a lot of pro Nuzlockers do it, and we should do it as well. I don't want to train all the time and let you guys wait, and so we are doing it. You can already see I prepared that here a little bit. We have some rare candies, so if you are all fine with that, we are going for the rare candies here, because this saves so much time. But actually you also have a little bit of a problem with all these rare candies here, because you don't get all the EVs from the training, so it is also not too good to use them. So actually we just make the run a little bit more difficult, so I think it's fine. You guys are great that we can do that like that. Oh, Aerial Ace on level 17. This is actually amazing, having Chirp with Aerial Ace on level 17. But we also must be a little bit careful, because the next level cap is on level 19 only. That means we can't go too far with all our mons. Here, level 17 Luca. No, I don't want to replace Whirlwind. I don't think Whirlwind is the way to go. Finally gets 2 levels. Do we get Rollout or Rock Tomb? We get Rollout. And this is actually nuts, getting Rollout here. The problem is a little bit, what should we get rid of? Defense Curl is pretty good, but in combination with Rollout. I would actually like to get rid of Rage in that scenario here. I don't think we will ever need Rage once again as soon as we have Headbutt. I think we will just go Rollout here and try to beat the Scyther, guys. So this is actually great, having Rollout here for our finally. Yawn for Togetic, that is nice, better than Sweet Kiss, definitely. Or what would you say? Very, very nice. And talking about Bug-type Pokemon, the next gym leader is a Bug-type gym leader. Which is your favorite Bug-type Pokemon of all time out there? I think my favorite would be Scyther. Actually, I'm a huge Scyther fan, not Scizor, but Scyther, and Centiskorch. I love Centiskorch so much, to be honest. This is such a great Pokemon design. Okay, we have Peck for our little Hoochie. Oh, that saves us so much time, guys. I'm so thankful that you guys are so chill with that, because we would take so much time. Obstagoon. Obstagoon is no Bug-type Pokemon, it's a Dark-type Pokemon. Uproar. I think Uproar is a good move, has some downsides. 14, 15... Heracross and Low Kicks. Oh, Low Kicks is insanely cool. I used Low Kicks in my first ever playthrough of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I think it was so good. I love it that you have first impression on the one hand, and then on the other hand you have also first impression, and you have Sucker Punch. I love these first strike moves so much when you have them. The problem with Sweet Kiss is a little bit of a Sweet Kiss is a problem, because Sweet Kiss only has 75% accuracy. You're really rolling the dice with that, and Yawn is pretty consistent actually. Rayluchi, you like Rayman? That's great. Rayman is a great game, to be honest. I loved playing Rayman when I was a child, so I can just agree to that. So now our all of our 7 Pokemon are on level 17, but what we have to do now is placing our I think Rattata is the one we don't... Rattata has a good quick attack, but now Rattata will die directly to any move of Scyther. We are going to withdraw a Pokemon, the Dunsparce, and can any of our Pokemon other than Dunsparce learn the Rock Tomb? Anyone? Ray Lucho, welcome to the stream. How are you, Ray? It is just finally. I mean, it would be also fine instead of the rollout, right? Would be also fine instead of rollout, but 2 rollouts and Scyther is done. I think we are risking it. I think we are risking the biscuit here and just going for the rollout. I think this is by far our best option, and we just have to change one Pokemon at the moment here. Let me switch up the correct team so that you can see the correct team here on the sheet. Look at that, yeah, we have a Spearow on our team. That is what we are going with into the gym. So guys, now we have to concentrate on the gym battle here. No, I don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 yet. I'm just sticking here with the old Nintendo Switch. They are way too expensive at the moment in Germany. I think you have just to wait 1 or 2 months and you will get them everywhere. And I really don't want to pay any scalper prices to get one. I mean, it's not too necessary at the moment. We can play everything we need on the normal Switch. And as soon as Legend ZA will be available, it will be actually not a problem in any sense to get one. So I don't have it yet, but the only reason to get it would be Mario Kart either way, so it's fine to me if it takes a little bit more time to get it. So I'm totally fine with that. Yes, that is very true. It is so good against Morty later, the Rattata or Jerry. That will be so important to have. I mean, really, with the Nintendo Switch 2, just take your time. It is not too important to have everything the day it is released. That doesn't make sense. I'm also, as you can see here, I'm a huge Pokemon card collector, but I will never pay the prices of scalpers just to get the things in time. Then I wait a little bit. No problem to me. So guys, here, the next gym is waiting for us. I think we have 4 flying type Pokemon. That should be enough. And we have finally here, with all of them, that should be doable in my opinion. I mean, we have a lot of different choices. We could also just go for a Yawn here or for a Charm. But I think it's just the best to go finally and just being lucky, going for the rollouts here. So, wish me luck, guys. A little bit of luck in the chat maybe, and we are good to go. So Bugsy is here and starts with Scyther, the only problem we have. I think without calculating, it just makes sense going for that rollout. Focus energy, that is a problem. Critical hit U-turn would hurt a lot. But the first rollout is out. Look at that. 2 rollouts are enough. It is not in healing range. Now it goes for U-turn. No crit, no crit, no crit. Okay, perfect. Perfect. That should be fine. If we hit all our rollouts now, it is totally fine. As long as Scyther doesn't come in and crits us without anything. Perfect, perfect. Rollout is building up and we can heal a little bit. That is great. A little bit of restoring and just the next rollout. So the switch into Metapod, nah, it nearly doesn't bring us in range of a critical hit. So still a critical hit with U-turn from Scyther would be a problem. That would be a problem. It comes back in. Best case scenario, it just goes... No, U-turn once again. Oh, that is a problem, right? That will be close. Oh, I didn't think about that. It can just go for all the U-turns and we are losing our finally, right? How much? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Please give us 5. Oh no. If it goes for U-turn, we could lose finally. That didn't went as planned. Oh no. Oh, please let me switch now. Please let me switch. No. Oh no. We will lose that. That was dumb. Oh no. I killed finally. Why did it go for U-turn 3 times? That was not good. That was really not good. To be honest, that was really bad and makes that so much more difficult, that battle. Ah, that was 1 HP, it always did 24. Ah. Okay, now we are just going for Yawn. It goes for Quick Attack here, which is fine to me. Maybe it was too risky. I just have... Yeah, I should have played that differently. That is not cool. Okay, it is what it is. Dunsparce is not the best Pokemon in the end game, so it's okay, but it's not good. It's not good. I didn't want to lose a Pokemon here. Maybe I should have gone for... it's all risky. As soon as I go for the rollout, it's going to be risky. I think I need to switch out here all the time. Do I? This battle is getting so much more difficult. I think we go into Chirp here. Quick Attack is fine, Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Scyther is asleep, and now we can just go for the Aerial Ace here. That should be huge damage. Should be really good damage, and this is it. Still, we lost the Pokemon, which is not good. That is so sad. Our little cute fella is down. And we need to replace it now with our Rattata. I'm pretty sad about that. Rattata is going inside, but we lost the Pokemon here. It was not really necessary. I think I could played it a little bit different. Just starting with Togetic. But then you can U-turn out. It's difficult. Okay, we lost the Pokemon. It is what it is. Then we need to get rid of... No, we have to... change everything up here. We have one death in our run. That is a little bit sad. Then we have the level cap going a little bit higher on level 19 here. And we have one more badge. That is badge number 2. Okay. This is a harsh loss actually, because I think it would be great. It would be really great in the next gym, at least. But what should we do? Still, guys, I think it's okay. It could be way worse against Bugsy. Yeah, it's the same for me, Pokemon Professor. I didn't think it would go U-turn all the time. I thought... I mean, U-turn is the most damage, so it also makes a little bit of sense that the AI goes for U-turn. It makes sense, but still a little bit sad. I thought actually that we would have killed everything a little bit easier. So I never thought about that it has so many hits on us. But what should we do? It is what it is. We have to place it there. I mean, that's a Nuzlocke. That's a Nuzlocke for you guys. Sometimes you lose a Pokemon, sometimes you don't. That is no problem for us because we have a lot of encounters left. The only problem is that it is our only fully evolved Pokemon here, but the other Pokemon will evolve. Whitney will get a lot more difficult without it. I think it would have been so good there. Okay. Yeah, Miltank will be the next one we have to deal with, but Miltank will be so difficult for us to beat. And even a little bit more difficult right now. But at first we have a rival battle in front of us. And I think the rival battle is best to start with Jerry. Because I'm pretty sure he has a Ghastly for the start over there. Yeah, MGD is here. MGD, our rival. The one and only is here. So Ghastly is here. We should outspeed all the time. And that is what someone of you was talking about. Rattata will be insanely good in the next gym fight. Not in the next, in the one that is coming after that. So Crocona is coming out. I think the best thing that I can do, we live one hit all the time. And we are faster, that means a Hyper Fang will do a lot of them. Oh, that's not as much as I expected. But we will even live a crit, right? Yes. But now we have to switch out. We won't live a critical hit here. That means Woody goes inside the battle. Scary Face is awesome, which means we have time to go for a yawn here. And as long... yeah, Scary Face is great. I don't know actually why it goes for the Scary Face. Doesn't make sense to me. That was pretty easy, to be honest, and now we only have the Zubat left, and we can just go for extra sensory here. One kills it. Pretty nice. But as I said, without our Dunsparce, everything looks a little bit more bitter. Dunsparce would have been really good in the next gym. The loss is really harsh for us, guys. I don't know what we can do against Miltank now. We need to get a good plan for the Miltank, because we won't get too many evolutions. But at first we have to do the riddle with the with you guys here. So, and now we sneak to you from behind. There we go, and the next one. Yeah, Pokemon Professor, you're right. I said about that, that is the downside of using the rare candies. 1 HP more, I think really, it always did 24 damage. We had exactly 24 in the end. And I definitely think that this is the problem there. That we have a little bit, yeah, we destroyed it a little bit there. I think, what do we have to do? Yeah, like that. We have to go like that. This is the downside, but I mean, this is a Nuzlocke. It should be fun. Everything is okay. And Dunsparce is not the Pokemon you are bringing to the Elite Four either way, so it's fine. As long as we can go on, everything will be okay. But actually, I would have liked to lose another Pokemon. The problem is, I wasn't able to switch out at the point there, because we were locked into Rollout. I think it would have been better to have Rock Tomb instead of Rollout. I should have gone that route, even though it's a little bit more likely to miss Rock Tomb. Scyther is getting slower, and we are not forced to stay in all the time. We could have gone out on a U-turn on Scyther, just going, for example, into a flying type Pokemon. But it is what it is. So we can continue now, going through the forest. We just need a Pokemon for Cut. I'm not really sure if I want to teach any of our Pokemon Cut. I'm not too much into that. Do we have Cyndaquil left? Maybe we just use Cyndaquil for the moment as an HM slave. Blacepalm Master, it has been years, I think. So nice to see you once again back on the live stream, Blacepalm. How are you doing, man? So nice to see you. We just lost a Pokemon. You missed that we have lost a good fella here on our normal type Nuzlocke. No worries, just turn on notifications now. Notifications are sometimes a little bit weird, so no worries. I'm very happy that you're here today, and we will start to live stream every single day of the week at the moment, so no worries. We just did 2 badges and we have 6 badges to go, so a lot of Pokemon that we can lose here. In the future, no worries, when you are here with me, I will always lose some Pokemon. Yeah, the problem with Miltank is that we don't get too many evolutions there, until we meet it. I think we will get Pidgey, and therefore, let's bring Pidgey at the front. But other than that, we really have to deal with a lot of bad stuff, I think. But let's see what we can do. The first thing that we will grab is Headbutt. we try to get a Pokemon with Headbutt on our team, which would be very, very nice to have. Yeah, there you go. You are the Headbutt guy, and you are teaching that to our Pokemon. Okay, Pidgey can't learn Headbutt. Woody can learn it. Yeah, instead of Metronome, definitely. Metronome is not the move you would like to have against Whitney. And then let's see who else can learn it on our team. Can Hootie? No, Hootie can't. What is with Huggles? Huggles can. That is very important because Huggles has such a bad moveset. And Huggles could be very important in the next battle. Other than that, Chirp, I don't think. No. No, okay. No worries, Blaze-Palm Master. I'm so happy that you're still watching the videos. So no worries if you can't comment on everything. So nice that you're still watching them after all these years, being such a great supporter. So no worries about that. So Pidgey shows the girl the way out of the forest. And we need to catch some Headbutt Pokemon. Let me check pretty quickly. Headbutt Pokemon Heartgold. Is there a list of Pokemon that we can... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we can get only Apom. And then let me check where Apom is. Route 28. And Azalea City. So we have to go back pretty quickly, and then we can, I think we can have an Apom. Let me check. Heartgold, Soul Silver. We can check that, and I need to run, of course. I need to go all the way to the last city. We want that Apom. Is Apom really your favorite Pokemon? Of all the Pokemon in existence, Apom is your favorite? That is really a great coincidence, to be honest. So do we have it here in the Headbutt trees? Let's see. If we are lucky enough to get one. That can take a little bit of time. Yeah, there we go. We are in the right city at least. Heartgold, Soul Silver, where are we? Let me check. Heartgold, Soul Silver. Okay, it varies depending on the tree, so that needs a little bit of time, I think. Torterra is also a great choice for a favorite Pokemon. So why don't we can't catch any Pokemon? No Pokemon is in any tree here. What is wrong here? What is wrong? Which route is that? 33. I think here are also Apoms. Oh no, we have an encounter on Route 33. Okay, why is it so difficult to get a Pokemon in a Headbutt tree? What is wrong with that? What? Have I done anything wrong? No Pokemon inside. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. Why is nothing inside the trees? There we go. It's a Heracross, of course. It's a Heracross when you don't need it. So let's choose another tree. Okay, now we are good to go. That's a Spearow. Come on. Come on, give me one. Always the Pokemon that are so hard to catch. The problem is that the probability to get one is different in any tree here. That's a little bit sad. There we go. No, it's just a Spearow. But will we get 2 Pokemon here? No. Come on, Apom. Where are you? Where are you, little Apom? Okay. Any of you guys having any idea what I should do differently? Any idea what I can do differently over here? Other than searching for my life. Then hitting every tree with my hat. I mean, it hurts. It hurts a lot to hit trees with your hat. It hurts so much in your head, in your heart, in your belly. But we do it. We will do it to find that. Come on. Be... Okay, we should encounter the same tree. I will try. I will try. That is a good idea. Okay, we have only Spearows on the same tree. Okay, it's just Spearow. But we will see. I don't know if how it works if you always get the same Pokemon out of the headbutt tree. If it's always Spearow now. Okay, it does look like it. It's just Spearow. But we can train our Pidgey here. Let's not waste any time. Come on. We just need one Apom. It shouldn't be too difficult. I don't know if it's... Is it just the same Pokemon over and over again? Or is it a thing of probability? Bulbapedia says it varies. Blazepaw Master, Cyndaquil is only here as an HM slave because we have a normal type Nuzlocke. So Cyndaquil will only use Cut for us. Apom. Is it always the same? Apom. Okay, I think I found something on the internet. Here are a rock. Below the jungle there's a grouping of rocks. Yeah, we are going. The tree is used the third from this grouping of rocks. 1, 2, 3. This one here? Maybe? Let's try it. Yeah, okay, there is a Slowpoke above the tree. Someone in the internet said... Oh, we can't get Ursaring because it's only in Soul Silver. Did I pick the wrong game then? Okay, it should be that one here. According to the internet at least. That is pretty harsh that I have chosen the wrong game. Haven't thought about it. So this game here with Heartgold you get Phanpy then, right? I will take a look at one video here pretty quickly. Maybe this will help me a little bit. Oh no, this is on the other route there. Yeah, we will not be allowed to transfer other Pokemon from other games. I mean, if we have a trait evolution, it's fine for me. Yeah, we can get Tauros, we can get Miltank. Oh, this is really bad over here. So in this tree, for example, we found Heracross in this tree. Is it always Heracross in this tree? Yeah, it should be always Heracross. So we have to find just a tree with the Apom inside, I think. Oh no, there we go. Okay, that took a long time. That took us so much time. I think we are just going with a fastball here, and you guys can already start to think about a nickname for this little monkey here. Yeah, but we need to get a little bit damage onto you. Or at least we can put you asleep before catching you. I think that is what we are about to do. Look at that. Look at that. We can just throw a great ball then, and then we have the level 5 Apom here. Okay, it won't get in the ball. There we go. Yes, Blaze Pom. Should I just call it Blaze? Because you haven't named the Pokemon yet, so this is definitely yours. Should we name it Blaze? And by the way, when we are talking about that, Apom, we need a new card for Apom. Let me quickly check the number of Apom in the Pokédex. It's 190. That means we have to get another Pokemon card for our binder here, for that Apom. There we go. There we go. Let me choose a nice Apom card for our binder, and I think I have one. Look at that one here. Look at that awesome looking guy. He's so cute, he's so fun, having a good time, and now being part of our binder over here that we are about to create for all of our runs. How many ads are there in the stream? I can't see my own ads. Because of that, I just have used the normal settings of YouTube. Here we go. Here we have the little Apom on our team. Yeah, I just have a little, yeah, here and there I have the old ones. This should be from the Heartgold and Soul Silver series, I think. Look at that. I like that our little binder is growing, and of course we are so sad that we have lost our Dunsparce over here. But yeah, the pain won't get smaller. So thank you, Blaze, for being here, and now you will be part of our team. I'm not sure if I bring it to the team before the next gym, because we are allowed to use rare candies to level up, but only in front of a gym leader, and I don't want to train the whole team right now. So we just keep the mons that we have on the squad right now. You getting what disputed? What do you mean by that, Pokemon Master? You were 5 years old when you watched my streams for the first time? Is it that what you want to say? And now, or what do you want to tell me? We are going ahead and going to the next route. I don't think there will be new Pokemon pretty soon for us. Actually, we could train Pidgey here. I mean, do we need to? No, I think we can just go on, right? We will evolve it as soon as we can here. So, next trainer. We need all the training we can get. Look at that big level gap. This is so crazy in this game, in Heartgold, that you always have the problems with the levels. So, level 18 for Luca is perfect, actually. That means we will have an evolution right now. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. We have the evolution, and we can get a Pidgeotto for our binder. Here I have all my Pokemon cards, and all these binders, I have them in the right Pokédex order. So it's always pretty easy for me to find a Pokemon. And let's go. Oh, let's go with that. No, I like this one from Flash Fire. This is a German variant of Pidgeotto. This is nice, this is great, look at that. This is the Pidgeotto that we are about to add in our small binder. That is great. I mean, you can just skip the ads as well, but if you watch the ads, actually, you help me out a lot, because this way I get paid a little bit. Look at that. Pidgeotto is here on the team, and we are already here with 11 Pokemon cards so far. That means we have caught or evolved 11 different Pokemon. I like that a lot, and in the end it will be so cool when we are done with the Nuzlocke to see, okay, what were the Pokemon. We can always see them in that one binder. I like that a lot, to be honest. Okay, we can continue to go now. Pidgeotto, is there anything we can train up for the gym that is necessary? No, not really. So we can just continue everything with Pidgeotto. And we have to change the design, of course. We have to change the design. Let me quickly change that here a little bit for you guys. Oh no, that was incorrectly. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I also think the same. I think Generation 4 games are really, really good games. They are really well designed and total. They are not too complicated. Overall, I think this is really kind of the peak of Pokemon. I can just agree with that. I think these generations are insane, and I think, and this is also the reason why Heartgold was my first Nuzlocke, I just love Heartgold and Soul Silver. I think these were the best Pokemon remakes that were ever done in the history of Pokemon. So I definitely think that is the way to go, these games. Yeah, Gen 4 anime was great with Paul, I love that. Definitely one of the best battles in the history of Pokemon in Generation 4, especially the league battle against Paul. Such good writing of the show. The battles were just insane. I mean, I think a lot of people like these generations a lot, especially Gen 4, Gen 3. So Chirp against the Diglett is doing fine. We have to be a little bit careful overall because we are not allowed to over level until the next gym. So let's be a little bit careful over here. Whitney will be very difficult. I think it's a huge problem that we don't have Dunsparce anymore. Dunsparce would have been so good for us, but it is what it is. So we registered the daycare man in the Pokemon Center. Yeah, I also think the Gen 5 anime was not the best one, especially after the high expectations you had from Generation 4. And Ash wasn't really the best Pokemon trainer in that generation. I think we can catch a Ditto here, right? I think there could be... Or was it just in the old games? Is it Ditto on that route? I can't remember. Maybe Ditto, maybe something else. I will check before I search for too long. I will double check. Which route are we on actually? Which route is that? This is Goldenrod, Route 30. Route 34. Is there a Ditto? Yes, there is. Actually, we can catch a Ditto and we could copy the Miltank. That would be great. I think we have it here. 5% encounter chance and Heartgold, Soul Silver. That is actually sick. I will just go and buy some more Pokeballs because Ditto is not too easy to catch. That's always the problem with Ditto. And we need... Yeah, we can already buy Ultra Balls. I mean, they are crazy expensive, but 5 of each should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. And we can also buy some nice TMs. Disguise is a nice name for Ditto. I really like that. I love always your creative ideas for the nicknames. I think that is really what is the true idea of a Nuzlocke. I mean, we could also go for Reflect against it. Do we have Focus Blast? Yeah, we have. Let's buy one Focus Blast for us. And Hyper Beam. Is there a Pokemon that can learn Hyper Beam on our team? Is there a Pokemon in our team that can learn Hyper Beam? That would be really interesting. I mean, Imposter is also pretty nice. But let's catch it at first. That will be the most difficult thing to catch it. So let's start it with doing that. I think I want it to transform into Hootie. That would be nice. That is not too difficult for us with the worst move choices. I think that would be the best scenario. All the Abras around here. Teleport. Yeah, we don't need you. So 5% should be okay. That means we need around 20 Pokemon. We don't need them. We just need 3 Pokemon. We try to go for Hypnosis here. Perfect. Ditto is sleeping. Now we are going for 1 pack. 2 pack is... the next one is fine. It is sleeping. Everything is looking good. And now we are going for that Ultra Ball. And I think that is pretty nice against Whitney. That we could copy her Miltank if we need to. Okay, Ditto woke up. That is not what we want to see. We want it to sleep. Oh, now it can't sleep with Uproar, right? We just catch it with the Ultra Ball. Okay, now it's not sleeping and it's easier inside. Now we have to decide, guys. Imposter or Disguise? What should be the name for Ditto? And I need to find a Ditto card for our decks, by the way. That is always something to keep in mind. That we have to find the Pokemon cards here in our decks. So that we can bring it also in our little binder for the Nuzlocke. And you guys can think about a name for it. And then I think we are very good to go. I think that will work. I'm not sure if Ditto can outspeed Miltank, but actually I plan to cripple Miltank with Charm and Glare a little bit. So that is actually my plan, just cripple the Miltank. And then we have a beautiful old Ditto card over here, look at that. Look at that, oh my face is in the way, look at that Ditto, I love that card here so much. That will directly go into the binder for us, and I will show you the binder of course. Oh, I love that normal type Nuzlocke here, look at that. Very nice. And so the first name that we had for Ditto was Disguise. That was the idea of Andrew. So Andrew, thank you so much for the idea. We will just name it Disguise. I like that. Our little Disguise. I like it a little bit more because that is actually the ability of Mimikyu. And Ditto's ability is Imposter. Disguise. There we go. Awesome. We will... I think we will train a little bit. Yeah, we will do all the trainers pretty quickly before we continue to move on. Let's bring Rattata on the team, and after that we will be allowed to use the rare candies, but not before we are hitting the gym. That is very important. We have to do everything that we can before the gym, and I think we have to run around here as well a little bit to bring Whitney to the gym because she's here. She can't do the quiz. Okay, let's do the quiz. Yeah, we would like to do his first question. Can you check the town map with your Pokegear? I guess so. Yes. Is Nidorina always female? Yes, that is true. No, I think apricots are the wrong name. It's impossible to use a TM on Magikarp. This is true. And no, it's not Mary. I think it's another name, Marnie or something like that. Okay, now she is a little bit mad and goes to the gym. That is nothing too important for us. We will just make our way to the gym now. I mean, we can get an Eevee, but a little bit later. I think after that gym we can get the Eevee. At first we have to hit the next city, and this is blocked until we have done it here. So we have to do a little bit of work before we are getting our lovely Eevee. I mean, Eevee is a little bit difficult because it doesn't evolve, but at least you have a little bit of death fodder like that. And you can also use Eevee in the next gym, I think, because it learns Bite. And that is not too shabby to have Bite in the Ghost type gym. But the Ghost type gym is not our problem. Our problem is really the normal type gym, because she has that freaking Miltank that will be hard to beat. The only good chance we have against this is actually our Togetic. Cripple it somehow with our Togetic a little bit, and having a good time after that, but it won't be too easy. So Rattata with the Rock Smash, it doesn't evolve, that is also the problem. With Eradicate, I would be way more optimistic. But we make the best out of it. We will train here a little bit. Lickitung would also be great, but I think Lickitung is a Pokemon you get pretty late here in the run. Sucker Punch. Okay, Sucker Punch is actually good. Sucker Punch is better than Quick Attack, right? Okay, it's 80 damage in that generation. So that's definitely better because Quick Attack only goes to 60. Yeah. Yeah, we need a lot of good RNG. You always need good RNG against her. What should I do? I think Dunsparce would be really key to that battle. And it's really a mess that we don't have Dunsparce. I really should have not let it go down in the last gym. I should have thought about it 1 second more and played the battle a little bit differently. And maybe sacking another Pokemon like Hoothoot for our Dunsparce. I think that would have been way better. But as I said, it is what it is. We have to deal with this situation that we are facing right now. We try our best to get as many Pokemon as we can, to get as good moves as we can, and then we will try to make a little plan to beat that gym, but I think I have already one. I think Togetic is really key to that strategy. I think we need to get it charmed so that the attacks don't do too much to us. And that is actually already the best idea. I have to face that gym here, but we will see. Let's just continue to battle all these trainers. And once again, I would like to ask you, which is your favorite normal type Pokemon of all time? Mine would be Zangoose or Kecleon or Snorlax. These are the 3 normal type Pokemon I like the most. All 3 won't be available to us. I mean, they will be. At least Snorlax is available in this game, but it is very late, just in Kanto after the Elite Four. And if you get a Pokemon after the Elite Four, it's always a little bit difficult to count it as a real encounter. So, and a Wigglytuff is also nice. We could get a shiny stone at the bug contest, yeah, but I think only after the post game. I don't think you can get it before the gym here. I think this is blocked for you, that you can get it. This is the problem with that. Diggersby or Zangoose and Blaze Master, Apom, Ursaring, Snorlax. Oh, Porygon 2 is an insane choice. Porygon 2, the best Eviolite user in existence of Pokemon. Definitely a super underrated Pokemon. So sad that we can't get a Porygon here. I don't think we can get a Porygon in the game corner, right? I can check pretty quickly. Abra, Ekans, Stratini. No Porygon. That is kind of sad that we can't get it. I mean, we can get Flamethrower, Swords Dance and stuff like that here. But I definitely won't play these games here. We just go to the next route and try to get ourselves some nice Pokemon over here. I don't think... Do we have a new encounter here? I don't think so. I think the most encounters are already done for us. But let's see what we can do. We will just go for some aerial aces here. Our Chirp is doing very good. And we will get so many good evolutions. But all the evolutions are going up on level 20. And so... this is really heartbreaking. Meryl is not heartbreaking, but using rollout, that is dangerous. That is very dangerous when it starts rolling out on you. So Woody and Hootie after that. But we... Oh, Pikachu, is it okay? Okay, quick attack is fine. Double team is also fine as long as we hit. And we do connect and everything is good for us. Oh, Licky Licky is great. I also think we can get Licky Licky in that game, right? We can get Lickitung and evolve it in that game here. That is no problem. I forgot about that. This is pretty nice. So Diglett shouldn't be able to touch us here. Encore is also pretty nice. Encore is really good actually to force Miltank into stupid stuff. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe better than Headbutt. Now nearly all of our Pokemon are on level 19. Please turn around. Hello, thank you, sir. Oh, you want to battle? I think you are the one with the 2 Magmars, right? Should be okay. Hypnosis connects. We have to be a little bit careful with the level. Level 19 should be okay. Yeah, we won't level up here, right? No. Level 16 Magmar is hard to beat. We are just going for a yawn, switching out here. Just wants to play it safe as possible. Feint attack is fine because you fall asleep. Oh, Gust, look at that. Our Pidgeot is really not the strongest fella, right? Quick attack, now we are good to go. I just actually want to go in this area over here. Okay, we have the bug contest today. But here we get some good stuff like the Quick Claw, as I said, perfect. Quick Claw is awesome in the next battle. The Quick Claw could help us so much to be faster than the Miltank in certain situations. So we try our best to make that work. And then we can get more stuff. I think we can get the Dig TM. I'm not sure if it helps us too much. The Soothe Bell. Do we have any friendship evolutions left in that game? I'm not super sure. The Dig TM that we found. Yeah, it's really a little bit weird that Magby evolved that early. But actually, Magby is harder to get in this game than Magmar. In the next city, in the Burnt Tower, you can get Magmars all day, but Magby is something you have to breed. Okay, I think we are prepared. Oh, I forgot about you. Okay, you have level 2 Volt Orbs. I think your Volt Orbs are getting stronger and stronger, right? We have to be careful with the level ups, as I said. Don't want to over level here. I think it's fine. 309, yes. Level 10, okay. Yeah, this is okay. That shouldn't be over leveled. Okay, we have to be careful with Sonic Boom. 20 damage, yeah, okay. That is actually perfect. Now Huggles shouldn't make any more steps, so we could actually bring Huggles to level 20 in the next gym battle. That would be amazing, guys. If we can make that work, that is So great. Okay, we are continuing in our run, and now we will prepare our team for the battle. Let's have a look in our box. I think the only Pokemon we have in our box is... Oh no, we have Ditto as well. I forgot about Ditto. I mean, Ditto would be so fun to copy the Miltank. It is difficult, yes. It is very difficult. It is dumb. So we have to think about that. Apom is definitely better than Rattata. Our team is looking so bad for that gym battle. This is really looking so bad, and I'm pretty sure we will not making it out alive. Yeah, it is really the problem that we have lost our little fella over here. That we have lost our Dunsparce earlier. I think Dunsparce would have been amazing. Ditto is really hard. It's really so hard to make the Ditto work, because you need one turn to use... No, never in the world we can make that work. Actually, I think this is the team I would tackle it with. I don't really see the reason for Apom here. And I don't want to risk Apom, to be honest. I mean, we can level everything up now with our rare candies. We can do that pretty quickly. But I'm not actually willing to risk it. Level 19. Let me quickly grab our Apom and do the same for it. But Apom, what does it do in the gym, actually? What does it really do for us? I like the Hoot a little bit better, actually, because we could go for Reflect and Hypnosis on the Clefairy and make it a little bit easier to tackle our challenge against the Miltank then. No, this is not a good matchup, Blaze-Pom. This is the worst matchup in existence of Pokemon, to be honest. The worst I can actually think about. I mean, it is not fast enough. We really have to cripple the Miltank in the end with Growl, Charm, so that the attacks doesn't do anything to us, and maybe Woody has the chance to bring it to sleep with Yawn twice. I think that is our best bet, honestly. Maybe we can make it work that we have a Reflect up and cripple it after that. I mean, Baton Pass... Oh, I should have given it Baton Pass. Baton Pass is actually pretty good. Oh, Tickle is okay. Attack and defense drop for the opponent. That is actually not too shabby. But we will never be able to take a hit here. This is definitely a problem for us, that we will not be able to tank anything. Okay, I think we can go back pretty quickly and teach our Apom Headbutt at least. That is something we should do. I mean, how strong are you? It doesn't learn good level up moves, but in the end it learns some of the TMs, so it should be fine in the long run. But Ambipom is actually really good, and it doesn't make sense to risk the Ambipom here. I should have been more careful with Dunsparce. I must be honest there, that was a huge misplay on my end. Not being more careful with that, because that would have been so good. So Headbutt, hopefully for Blaze. Yeah, okay, it can learn Headbutt. At least something that we can work with. Do we have anything here? I mean, we have rocks. Anyone learns Focus Blast? No. Heartgold learns Focus Blast. Does it make sense? I mean, better than Fury Swipes, right? If we really have to, we can go for Focus Blast all day. 22 attack, yeah, but it's super effective. Let's go. Let's go, Focus Miss. That will be fun to use. We have U-turn. Anyone with U-turn, which would make sense. I mean, Blaze with U-turn is not too shabby, to be honest. That is a good idea. Rock Smash, anyone? Yeah, you learn Rock Smash. Difficult. Anyone Rock Tomb? No. Okay. I think we have to work with what we have. I think we are going with Roost for Woody. That will be very important. I think yeah. With Roost, maybe we can stall out the Miltank a little bit. I think that's the way to go, that we can always heal up with Woody. And Woody definitely needs... Item... Take... Definitely needs a little bit more healing, because this will be our most important Pokemon here. Then we need the Quick Claw. I think Quick Claw for Huggles, that is interesting. Apom is a great U-turner in the long run. I definitely seeing it as a U-turner for us. But I think we are not lucky enough to have Technician on that bad boy. I think we have run away the worst ability you can think of, but what should we do? Let's continue. Okay, what is the way to go? I think Hoothoot is pretty good because it has Reflect. Let's think about that here. Hoothoot is pretty good. I don't think Apom is the Pokemon to go with. I think it's like that. I don't want to risk it, really. I would like to risk something like Pidgeotto. If we lose Pidgeotto, it's no problem. If I risk a Pokemon, probably Pidgeotto. As soon as we have Double Hit, it's getting really good, but Double Hit is the move to evolve. I think it's on level 33 or something like that. That is pretty late, actually. That will be pretty late, but okay. I think the team that you are seeing on the screen, yeah, this is the one we need to face the next gym. What else can we do? Maybe I could make... Yeah, I could train Woody a little bit more to guarantee that we will level up. I think that is a good idea. We try to guarantee to level up after beating the Clefairy so that we are on level 20 then. This is allowed in Hardcore Nuzlocke, by the way. So this should be good. Near the arena, we are not allowed to catch you. I think in the long run, that Fearow makes more sense than Pidgeotto, because Pidgeot evolves pretty late. And that is kind of a problem for us. The late evolution, and Fearow is way better than in the mid game than Pidgeotto. And because of that, I wouldn't be too mad of losing Pidgeotto here. I mean, I love Pidgeotto, but it's still kind of a risk. I think the best thing I can do is going for Hypnosis and going for Reflect with Hootie in the start. Is it? I mean, setting up Reflect before Miltank comes in is good, but having Hootie in against Miltank is not good. I mean, we could also sack Hoothoot there. This is difficult. I think we start Woody. I mean, I will save the game, it won't change too much. But guys, we are going on now and facing our next opponent here, our next gym leader, Whitney, which is an insanely difficult battle, I know, but I have a plan. I have a plan. We need our Woody to make some good work against the Clefairy. I think I just click Yawn and hope for the best. We try to put it asleep. That is the plan. Okay, Whitney is here. We are prepared. More or less, I would say. We are more or less prepared for the most difficult gym battle in that game here. Clefairy is the first Pokemon of her. We will just go directly for Yawn. And I haven't healed my Pokemon. This is great news. This is great news. Metronome, we just need to be lucky. Lunar Dance. What does Lunar Dance do? Okay. It killed itself. That was the first thing it did. Killing itself with Lunar Dance, and now you're healing up. Oh yeah, okay. Miltank is fully healed. That was a little bit dumb. Okay, we try to charm. As long as we don't get flinched too many times, we are good. This game is so dumb. Okay. No flinches, please. Okay, one charm. And I think with one charm, we are really, really good here. As long as we don't get flinched or crit now... Oh my gosh, this game is so dumb. One crit, we live with 1 freaking HP. 1 HP. Stomp once again. Okay, 7 HP damage. This is pathetic. Now we are out of range. That is great. We are going for a Yawn here. We try to get off a Yawn. We are flinching. Okay, that is fine. One more. And after that, I need to roost. I know it has a berry. It has a Lumberry, but this is fine. This is fine as long as we don't get flinched too often, okay? Woody does it. Woody is the man, the girl, whatever. No, Woody is the man. It falls asleep, going for the Lumberry here. No problem. We are going for one more Yawn here. It goes for Attract. Okay, that means we have to switch out. Maybe we are getting off one more Yawn. No. I would love to get the Yawn off. Because Woody is pretty tanky. No. We are not that lucky. That means I have to switch. I don't want to get more damage on Woody. Because of that I go into Huggles. Huggles can't get attracted. How much damage will we get on Huggles? Of course a critical hit. Of course we are getting crit by that thing. It will never get 2 crits in a row. Never. No double crits. This is the second crit we got already. Never 2 crits, and we hit a Focus Blast. We hit that crazy Focus Blast, which will do not too much damage. Okay, we are switching right now. We are going into Woody here. Stomp is fine. Stomp is fine. Now we are going for Yawn. Attract once again. Please, just get off that Yawn. Perfect. That means Miltank will fall asleep pretty soon. Pretty soon. And now we just get something in that deals damage. I don't want to stay in here. I think our best bet would be Jerry. Seems a little bit risky. Stomp comes through on -2 is fine. Okay, Miltank fell asleep. We can go now for some Rock Smashes. That is fine. Rock Smashes all the way. Defense drop? No defense drop. Okay, it is sleeping. Rock Smash. We need the defense drops coming out. Please. There we go. That is what I'm talking about. And now I'm pretty sure one Hyper Fang will do the trick from here. As soon as it doesn't heal, it doesn't heal. Hyper Fang connect. It connects. -1 defense. And we're good. There we go. That is nice. Jerry did it. Woody and Jerry. I mean, Woody did the most work, definitely. Huggles did a good job. But I think that was pretty clean. I mean, we were lucky with the Lunar Dance that it killed itself. But look at that. That is the 3rd batch for us. That is very, very awesome for us. No death for us. We can climb up a little bit with the level cap to level 25, which is pretty nice. That allows us tons of evolutions, which brings us so much forward in that game here. Okay, she is crying because she lost, but I think that you have to think about that when you battle me, that losing is an option. Very, very nice. That is so cool. That means we will get some evolutions now. We can try to evolve our Jerry pretty soon here, and we can evolve Chirp pretty soon, and Hootie. So these are our goals for the next few minutes, making our way to the next town. And I think we can also do the third gym today. That should be no problem. The fourth gym. That means 3 gym leaders in one live stream isn't bad at all. I think, should we eat a Miltank? Do Pokemon taste? I think somewhere in the anime or so they talked about that, and that the Pokemon don't taste well. I think something like that they were talking about. Very nice, guys. We are going in the next flower shop here because, yeah, we have beaten Whitney. We must be very, very careful with the Sudowoodo that we are facing. I think we can just run away from Sudowoodo, right? With the Pokemon that has run away. You have run away, yes. We should do that. I think Morty is a great gym leader, to be honest. The only problem with Morty I have is the choice of Pokemon. Because I really don't get it why he don't have Misdreavus. Not Mismagius, Mismagius is fine. But Misdreavus, it doesn't really make sense that we don't see it here on the team. It is the only ghost type in Johto, and he doesn't have it on the team. That doesn't make sense at all, in my opinion. That is a little bit sad, but other than that, I think Morty has a great design as a gym leader in general. I like him a lot. And most of the times, not most of the time, sometimes he isn't too difficult. I mean, the Gengar can be a real threat, but not always. Sometimes you really have good stuff that you can use to work around it. So level 20, which is insane. That means we are getting Eradicate, bringing us a new Pokemon for our binder over here. We can choose a nice Eradicate card, and I will get a beautiful one for us, I promise. It will bring us on another level. There's Eradicate, and with Eradicate, the first batch, the last batch would have been so much easier, guys. And here is the Eradicate card that we're about to add to our awesome binder over here for our Nuzlocke. As you can see, we are filling that binder, and we already reached the next site in the binder, the next page here to fill in the Eradicate, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. Look at that little fella over here, and I think we will have more evolutions soon, so don't put the binder too far away. Eradicate was the first one, then Chirp is the next one. And now our team is looking pretty dope. We're having the Aerial Ace here, an awesome move for future Fearow. And I think our Spearow can even take on here a Pidgeotto. Look at that, how strong it is. I think we have the perfect choice, and Payback is also not too shabby for the gym, having another Dark-type move over here. But I think Eradicate alone can single-handedly beat the gym. I think that shouldn't be a problem. Disable is no problem. I just want to make the evolution pretty fast. Yeah, Agatha doesn't really make sense in my opinion. Agatha should have been a Poison-type specialist. She only has Poison-type Pokemon. The only, I mean, she has Haunter and Gengar, but her team is fully Poison-type. I mean, it's the same for Lance. Lance is a Flying-type trainer, to be honest. And there we go, with the Fearow, guys. The Fearow is the next evolution, and let's bring in a nice Fearow card for that. We will change also the overlay in a few seconds. Look at that. Fearow is also on our team. Fearow goes in the binder here as well. Let me put it into our binder, and let's have a look at our binder once again. I will always show you the full binder where we started here. Then we went on with all these nice normal type Pokemon, and voila, the next two cards with Eradicate and our Fearow. This is nice, this is awesome for us. So great, and now our team is really start to looking really strong. All of our Pokemon started to evolve, and now I'm super positive that we can really make that work here. I think we can train a little bit here before we continue. Snubble. I think we are good to go, just going for some uproars. Even though our Hoodie is not the strongest Pokemon on our team. So it is really the Pokemon I wish to evolve the most, because we can't really make so much use of it. Yeah, we can continue to battle you guys for some nice experience points. And welcome to everyone who just joined the stream. We have just beaten Whitney without losing a Pokemon. I mean, we have lost a Pokemon today, but not against Whitney. I think we did it pretty good against her Miltank with our Togetic, who did an amazing job as well. So I'm not too unhappy, and this is actually the point where Dunsparce is not so important in the future, which means it is okay that we have lost the Dunsparce. Pretty happy that so many of you guys are hanging around with me after not streaming for such a long time, and we will definitely hit the next gym in the next few minutes or so, and we won't end the stream before we have done that. And now we have to be a little bit careful with the poisoning there. Nah, but I don't think Pokemon die in that generation from poison, right? Okay, that Cubone is a little bit tricky to beat. Do we have anything? Any antidotes or so? Yeah, we have an antidote, so let's better use it on Hoodie. I think someone here has a Raichu. You are the one, yes. Okay, you are the one with the Raichu, but I think Jerry is the perfect answer to a Raichu. No problem for Jerry. Going for a Hyper Fang. Okay, paralyzed, no worries. We have to go back and heal up. And we have the next evolution. The evolutions are rolling, and now we have to get the next Pokemon here for the binder. That is pretty nice that we can have all these evolutions going on. So, where is it? Noctowl over there. There we go, guys. Look at that. Look at that. There is the Noctowl that we are going to add to the binder. And we have all the evolutions here on one page, which is pretty nice. I like that a lot. Look at that, how much better our team got. And I have to change the overlay as well right now for you guys, so that we can have a better overview. Yeah, Raichu is looking pretty big in this game, but Raichu is also not too little, actually. It's bigger than you would expect, to be honest. So we can change you here, the Spearow, for a Fearow. Okay, Fearow for Spearow, then we are going here for Noctowl. Let me quickly change that for you. Noctowl here, and then there is a Rattata that we are about to change into Eradicate, and I think the team is looking pretty dope. We are having an awesome team with us here, which is amazing. Okay, we can continue now with our run. I think everything is changed on the layout, yes. And now we are so good to go, but at first we have to have the back because we have to heal. Yeah, I think this is, yeah, we have to be careful with the Sudowoodo over there. I think the best thing that we can do is running away. Yeah, Hoothoot should have been a Psychic type, definitely. I don't think it should be normal flying. I think it should have been Psychic flying. I know we have Xatu in this game here as well, but Noctowl is definitely a Psychic type Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, the shiny one is yellowish, of course, and if you have only seen the anime and have seen that Noctowl all the time, it's definitely the case. Great stuff. Great stuff. let's continue here. I think everything looks okay to me. I mean, we have all these normal flying types on our team. We won't keep all of them, especially as soon as we hit something like a Girafarig, for example. Then we can get rid of some of them. The bug contest makes no sense for us to do, so everything is okay when we are just turning right here. And I think the best Pokemon to have at the moment are Fearow and Raticate. These are by far our strongest Pokemon in our team, and we can one-shot pretty much everything, I think, with the two of them. Look at that. Pursuit and Kadabra is going down, and Abra. Voila, that is pretty nice to beat it like that. Okay. Route 36. Route 36. Next one, we have Estangela over here with the Aerial Ace. Should be no problem, and I don't think we have any new Pokemon on Route 36. Do we have any new ones? Oh yes, we have, but I think we have to go a little bit... Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Everything looks great. Okay. Okay, we have to go to Sudowoodo. Yeah, that is a problem that we haven't done Soul Silver. That is totally on my bad. That's totally my bad that we don't have Soul Silver. I think we will just run away here from the tree. I don't want to battle the Sudowoodo here actually. We're just running away and it is gone. So not risking anything over here. Now we are heading to Ecruteak City. Guys, Route 37 is about to come. Yeah, it's true, Professor Elm has not too much to say in the story, I would say, so you can forget him pretty easily. That is something to keep in mind. Okay, Jerry is paralyzed, which is not good for us. Huggles goes to the first spot over here. Okay, Clefable and Wigglytuff, two Pokemon I would definitely like to see very, very soon on our team. But I don't think they are too easy to get in the game, sadly. A lot of Wigglytuffs, actually. But this is good experience for us, so no worries about that. Yeah, which is your favorite professor? Professor Birch, you say? Yeah, in the anime he is in the first episode and then even once, and even here in the games he doesn't have really a big role. I think you don't see him too often, and even Professor Oak is in these games, so even Professor Oak steals the show a little bit, I would say. I think we are able to catch a Stantler here. I will just grab my stuff. Oh, Bill is here. That means we can also get an Eevee pretty soon. Okay. There is the Stantler that I was talking about. So now let's try to catch it. Stantler is a strong fella, to be honest, with the Stomp. We have to be a little bit careful here. Extrasensory, it is sleeping. I think we can go just for an Ultra Ball, and that means we also need a name for the Stantler here. That would be nice to have. We just can't do more damage to you. That means you have to say in the Pokeball. As we said, that means Stantler will definitely come into our team directly, I think instead of Pidgeotto. And we need a nickname for the Stantler. Maybe you guys have an idea for it. So, I just have looked for a Stantler card, and I think this one is amazing. So nice to have it. This is one of the Pokemon that needed an evolution so hard, and here it has one. Look at the Stantler here. We have the evolution of Stantler on our team. This is pretty nice, pretty amazing to have over here. And Stantler's nickname, what did you say? Raudau. Raudau is always hard to pronounce, but let's go Raudau. Raudau the Stantler. Raudau. Okay, Stantler will also be part of our team directly. I think it's way better than our Pidgeot at this point in the game. I like it way more to have it like the Pidgeotto. I mean, what does Pidgeotto really do at this point? We have a Fearow and we have a fully evolved Noctowl, so I think these two are the way better choices for us. But guys, I definitely think that we will continue this live stream tomorrow here. We are nearly 2 hours in, and that is always the time that I would stream. And I think we need a little bit more time to prepare our team for the next gym battle, and I don't want to rush that. Therefore, guys, thank you so much for watching. It was a really nice live stream together with you. We made good progress, just had one loss. We had a lot of great evolutions, so thank you so much for being here, especially Blazepaw Master and Andrew. So nice that you have been all the time here. Also, thank you so much, Pokemon Master Ash, if you're still here. All of you guys really made a good live stream here together with me, the Pokemon Professor as well, MGD as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you join the live stream tomorrow, also around the same time as today. We will just continue the run, and I hope